Hey, I'm Jam,
And I'm here, and I'm Jason.
and this is Podcast for Your Life. We are back, and we are sorry for this is one of the accidental gaps we've had in terms of episodes, but we're back, and we're here to talk about something a little shocking.
The only consistency we have in producing these episodes is that they go up over time. Like, last time was 95, this time's 96.
That's true.
That's all we can promise.
Each one adds to the feed, and just like numbers, we actually don't start over. We actually just continue. So,
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting. Over time, the number of episodes increases.
That's right. Yeah. So, math. There you go. Yeah. We're talking about something shocking today. Is that what you said?
Yeah, something shocking. Electricity.
That pun.
Oh, yeah. You're probably sick of electric puns, I would guess, at this point.
I'm actually not. I think the shocking one is probably the number one pun that people do in the electric world, or when they talk about electricity. That's that's shocking. But it's one of those things where when people have been in the industry, it kind of they wince a little bit because electricity literally can be shocking, and our idea of shocking and their idea of shocking is different.
Oh, right. It's like a real danger to
fatal,
them.
yeah, fatal danger,
Right.
At times. So
Seriously.
anyway, so I'm always like, haha, that's pretty shocking, and they're always like, shh, please.
Yeah. It's like just brings up flashes of memories of scares they've had or witnessing, other bad situations happening.
Yes.
It's like the idea of talking about murder really casually. It's just like, don't do that.
Maybe not that strong, but yeah.
I mean, depending on the person, it could be, I guess. If they had like a really bad situation, it'd be like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, electricity. And the reason why it's commonplace to hear these puns and talk about them for Jason is because he works for an electric company.
I do.
And that's not even exactly why we're talking about it. It sort of is, but it's not the reason that electricity's come up in my life recently. So it's kind of funny. It's organic.
It's a spark of inspiration.
That's another bad one. It's like, sparks aren't good either.
Yeah.
So what is electricity, Jason?
Well, electricity is a set of physical phenomena associated with the presence of the motion of matter that is a property of electrical charge. It's related to magnetism, both being part of the phenomenon of electromagnetism, but described by Maxwell's equations. Various common phenomena are related to electricity, including lightning, static electricity, electric heating, electric discharges, and many others.
Huh. Are you sure?
I think so.
Oh, sweet. That's great.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty great. So it's all around us, I guess. Where it's in the equipment that we're using right now.
It's kind of crazy. I feel like, yeah, it's all around us. The thing that really kind of blew my mind about it is it feels like such chaos. Like, just that we see lightning happen or whatever. That's the earliest form of electricity people watched happen, and can see. And it just feels like such chaos that we've been able to harness it a little bit.
Or generate it ourselves.
Yeah, or create it ourselves, exactly. But it feels like we can generate it, but it's so dangerous. And it's like, okay, we've made it, but it doesn't mean that we are like immune to it, We reap these benefits from it, but it's still so chaotic that we have to be so careful. It's such a weird thing. It's kind of crazy how commonplace it is, but it's freaky. It really freaks me out sometimes to think about it. I travel down rabbit holes of thinking about something too long. Electricity is one of those where you can easily just get in a loop thinking about how crazy it is.
Yeah, it's like there's a bit of wildness to it, even though it's something that's, for the most part, something we don't even notice, even though it's all around us.
Yeah.
It's also, I think it's in us too. I don't want to get deep. I'm being really straightforward. I think the heart has electrical properties, doesn't it? There's some sort of...
You're so poetic. The heart. Wow, it's really...
in us too.
Yeah, I think you're right, though.
I think there's some sort of part of your heart that sends out these it's like a pulse that tells your heart at how to beat at certain I don't know. Your wife's the doctor or whatever, so
I think a lot of the body uses it, and including the brain, I think, is actually using it a lot to send signals places. So yeah, I guess like our houses are sort of just an external version of what's happening already in our bodies. Like there's sort of wires going everywhere in our bodies.
Yeah, basically. What do you think we would do if we were at a point in our world that we hadn't harnessed the power of electricity? Well, for one, I wouldn't have a job. At least where I currently work.
It's changed our lives a ton. And I think, I mean, you could argue that a lot of those things are not like crazy important. Some of them are just like kind of luxury items and stuff. But just the idea of having light, that allows us to work on our own clock whenever we want. I mean, imagine like you used to have to you could have candles, obviously, but you used to have to, you go to bed when sun went down, you wake up when sun rose. We have the freedom to kind of do whatever we want, whenever we want, to some degree because of electricity, which is nuts. Just imagine how difficult it would be to think, I really want to keep working, but it's dark. Like,
sure.
Or I'm trying to find my way to the barn or whatever, and it's dark. I mean, like I said, like they had lanterns for sure, but I just feel like there's that simple side of electricity that we take for granted all the time is probably just the light part.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that was one of the original purposes. I think it was one of the easiest things, Thomas Edison, Nicholas Tesla, Mr. Tesla himself.
Yeah.
They were both working
Please,
on doing
Mr.
stuff
Tesla
like
is my
that.
father. Please. Elon Musk.
So it's, I mean, I just think about like, there are a lot of things that are the basics like light, and there's some of the luxuries like AC. Because 1 billion people around the world don't have electricity still, which is pretty significant number. So it's it's pretty crazy. It's changed our world.
I've always been fascinated by electricity, and I remember as a kid being really fascinated by batteries, and how like you can take a 9-volt battery and touch your tongue to it and feel the tingle, which is not a good idea. I mean, it's so low voltage it's not going to hurt you, but it is just going to waste part of the battery a little bit. But
right,
I remember in first grade, I had a friend over, and you know how like you get into your worst trouble when you have a friend over. That's when you decide to try the thing you haven't tried, but you thought about.
Oh no!
And so I remember I took and often for some reason people just go along with what I wanted to do. I don't know why. Like I remember a lot of my friends not objecting to dumb ideas I would have. And I think probably because they were curious too. They're like, well, it's his house. He'll get in trouble. I'll probably be fine. Let's let him do it. So I just took a bunch of just AA batteries and took a cup of water and just put all the batteries in the cup of water.
Oh no.
And I just thought it would like start shocking the water and be like show visually like little lightning things. I thought it just looked way cool, and it didn't. It didn't look like anything.
Oh no.
Nothing happened. I mean, nothing I could see anyway.
Huh.
I was smart enough not to like try to touch it or whatever. I don't really know if that would make a difference, but it just didn't. Nothing happened.
Huh.
But I did get in trouble because my mom, I don't know if they actually lost all their power or whatever, how that works, but my mom was like, you just wasted all these batteries. So
yeah,
very anticlimactic, but I've always been fascinated by electricity, even to the point of danger.
Yeah, it was actually kind of anticlimactic, I'm not gonna lie.
How do you think I felt?
Even now, I'm just kind of like, oh, it was like,
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. I was like, man, my friend was gonna think I'm super cool. We were gonna see like natural phenomena.
Check this out. Drop the batteries in the. Oh, nothing happened. Oh, okay.
So yeah,
that's cool.
Big bummer.
Sorry, nothing worked out. Oh man.
So, do you think about electricity differently in your daily life now that you work for an electric company?
I think I'm more aware of how it's just all around us. And it's everywhere. I think I also felt that when we baby proofed our home so that our son isn't sticking his fingers in electrical outlets. Some places just have so many outlets. Like maybe it's not so many, but because they're probably just in convenient locations for your, lamps and TVs and toaster ovens, stuff like that. But I just am like, whoa, there's a lot of outlets everywhere, And so, but even just like driving along the road, I notice power lines more. It's one of those things where it's like when you are thinking about it, you start seeing it more often. If you are, thinking about buying a, white Prius, you'll see white Priuses everywhere. It's one of those awareness things. And I think I've come to respect it more, electricity, especially in our developed society, we've been able to build up the infrastructure to a point where it's pretty much everybody has electricity in our country. Even if they don't have cell service or internet, they probably have electricity, except for a small part of the population. But anyway, it's something I've also realized that I think we take it for granted. I think we flip a switch and we expect the light to turn on just like gravity. We expect it to happen, and so when the power goes off, we kind of are like, what do we do? Like, our internet's off. None of our appliances works. We can't cook dinner. Our refrigerator's not working. So all my food is going to go bad. Legitimate concerns that we have. So I think at the end of the day, I've been more grateful, and also more grateful about the people who work on the electric infrastructure in our community. So
when Em and I were in New Zealand, we were driving to this area called Milford Sound. And we were like a small tour bus kind of thing, like just I think it was like a dozen of us, something like that, not a ton. And the tour guide guy was like, "And if you look to your left, you'll see the power lines, and here in a second, you'll see that they end. We'll pass the last home on the grid for this area, and then we had so much further to drive, and then we got to this like Milford Sound is like this like inlet, and it's really pretty like." Glacier cut inlet to the ocean and like waterfalls everywhere and stuff. But that whole area out there, and there's like a kind of like a national park would be. I don't know if they have this equivalent, but and they have hotels and stuff like that out there. That all is run on its own grid. That's a water turbine kind of thing or whatever. But it's just crazy for me to think like, oh, I just watched us pass by the last house that is on the electric grid out here, and we're just way out here, and it's just raw nature. Like other than the road that we were on, there was nothing. It's just so weird.
Yeah, it's nature and electricity. That's how it used to be. It's just no power lines and poles everywhere.
Yeah.
So electricity is pretty cool. It's one of those things where I feel like there's like a healthy respect and admiration for it, as well as a healthy fear. Or at least there should be, because it does so much good. If you think about all the things that we can do with electricity, it's really, I think it's improved our world. But like we said earlier, it's one of those things where it's still a bit wild. We can only do so much to control it and stuff. So
a lot of things that used to not be electric are becoming electric. Bikes and skateboards. Yeah. Or just to name a few.
Electricity. Born to be wild.
Electricity. Bringing you Boogaloos since 1982.
Boogaloos?
Electricity. Do androids dream of electric sheep?
I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, there's no way of knowing. Well, guys, thank y'all so much for listening and for hearing our slightly more technical approach to electricity. And stay safe and appreciate the electricity around you.
Yes. Keep your eye on the future.
And don't do the batteries thing in the glass water. I did that for you guys, so just know that doesn't work. So don't waste your batteries.
Yeah, or your life.
Yeah. Amen.